About a year ago, I noticed I started losing my hair. I find it in the sink, I find it on the shower, I find it on my brush, I find it on my pillow. So it really started to concern me. And I noticed I was losing my hair right along here. I was basically getting a receding hairline. Well, I wanted to kind of nip that in the bud, so I started a regimen of foams and concealers to shampoos to anything I could find in the drugstore that would kind of stop this nonsense. And nothing seemed to work. I went online, I was kind of cruising around. I found TRX2, but it sounded great. It's all natural. You just take 3 capsules a day, and things will start working for you. And all the science in the background they were talking about, it all seemed to make sense. But I'm not just one to pull the trigger when I'm buying stuff online. I'm just very skeptical about buying stuff online. But a little while later, I ran into a friend of mine, Danny. Now, Danny and I grew up as kids, and he always had a hat on his head. And I asked him, when I seen him, where's your hat? And he said, well, I don't need it anymore. What do you mean you don't need it anymore? I said, I'm not going bald. I said, going bald? I said, I had no idea you were going bald to begin with. That's because I had a hat on my head. I said, well, what are you doing to reverse it? And he goes, I'm using TRX2. Now, isn't that funny? I just happened to see that online the other day, and I didn't want to mess with it, and he goes, mess with it. Pull the trigger, buy it. He says, it works for me. So I did. I bought it. Probably about 5 months, 6 months later, I happened to notice my little peninsula started filling in, which is a good thing. And about a year now, I've been taking it, and as you see, the stuff works great. It's filled in rather nicely. And a little side effect I happen to notice is like a lot of the gray that I had is slowly starting to disappear as well. Now, I'm not getting any younger, so it has to be TRX2 that's doing it, I would assume. So if you're losing your hair and you want to take an all-natural product, like simple, 3 capsules a day, you're done. If that's what you want to do, I highly recommend you do it. It worked for me. I have no reason to see why it wouldn't work for you.